Heyo. In every war, both sides think they're right and their opponents are wrong. Yet both sides are usually wrong to an extent. Food for thought. Now, in World War II, which started in 1939 and ended in 1945, there were two major groups, Allies and the Axis. Though numerous countries were on either side, the three main Allied powers were the Soviet Union, United States, and United Kingdom. The three main Axis powers were Germany, Italy, and Japan, which governments signed the Tripartite Pact in 1940. However, Japan had different goals. Their head, Emperor Hirohito, wanted to continue conquest of China and Southeast Asia, while Germany and Italy wanted to expand their territory into Europe instead. And while Germany and Italy had similar economic policies, Japan's was different. And neither German nor Italian leaders ever met Emperor Hirohito. The Axis was basically only aligned against the Allies, not with each other. But Germany and Italy were, who alone made the Pact of Steel in 1939. The Allies, along with China and others, formed the Declaration of the United Nations in 1942. But the UK and Soviet Union also made two additional pacts, the Anglo-Soviet Agreement and Mutual Assistance Agreement. In addition, the United States and UK met together in 12 different conferences. And the big three, the Soviet Union, or USSR, UK, and the United States, met together in 3 other conferences. That they met is proven by numerous photos of their leaders, Joseph Stalin, Winston Churchill, and Franklin D. Roosevelt, being best buddies. See Bing or Google Images. And these allies waged war in brutal fashion, especially horrendous against Germany. Americans and British firebombed 1 million civilian men, women, and children, and animals, burning them alive. The Soviets came in and perpetrated war crimes en masse, including torture and SA. The war crimes went unpunished because the Allies won the war. See the movie Hellstorm on the internet. And they weren't satisfied with just freeing all their prisoners of war and deposing all the German military leaders. They also agreed to jointly occupy, take over, and wholly dominate Germany. This is despite that the Kingdom of Germany was founded way back in AD 843. And the Germans' third position political system was working splendidly before the Allies ruined it. Worse yet, while the United States, Great Britain, and France wanted capitalism, the Soviets wanted communism, two opposing systems. This conflict of interest became so pronounced, it split the country apart. In 1949, in its place stood Soviet East Germany and the US's, UK's, and France's West Germany in consequence. This settled it for years. However, tensions became so great regardless that a giant barrier was put up, making a complete physical separation between the two countries in 1961. That is the Berlin Wall. Those attempting to cross over would be met with deadly force. But eventually, various revolutions were launched against communism, which ended with the Soviet Union's formal collapse in late 1991. Therefore, the Berlin Wall began to be torn down in late 1989, and East and West Germany were reunited in 1990. The Berlin Wall's demolition was completed in 1994. Today, you can buy authenticated pieces of the graffiti-covered Berlin Wall on eBay and Amazon.com. Capitalist allies had long before abandoned their occupation, yet their influence was lasting even as today Germany is a democratic republic like the United States. In its wake is a liberal-infested Germany which self-deprecates its past to its own ruin. So the Allies' crazy scheme was worse than useless and a complete fiasco. Solution: never trust the common narrative and do your own deep research. You'll be more intelligent for it. And never see any group as the good guys, only God alone. You'll be wiser for it.